So we will start with actual news, and then we will jump to the WWE draft results from SmackDown last night. So let's jump into it right now, and that is where we start is a week from today on May the 6th. WWE has their next pay-per-view and the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania, which is Backlash live from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and also with special guest star Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny will be the guest host for the pay-per-view and also will be competing on the pay-per-view against Damian Priest. The WWE draft will also come into effect officially on May the 8th, 2 days after Backlash. So, with that being said, it will allow WWE to have one more week of non-brand brand exclusivity, and those people that are getting drafted tonight, that got drafted last night, and that got drafted on Monday, will get the opportunity to stay on their current brands for one more week before being moved exclusively to Raw or SmackDown on May the 8th following Backlash. But we will break that down in later when we talk about the draft. Right now, we go to Braun Strowman, as I believe it was either yesterday or the day before that where we spoke about Braun Strowman being injured. Braun sustained a concussion recently, and recently in a match with Ricochet and against the Viking Raiders. The best way to say it is, it seems like it was a minor concussion, which is great to hear. And Braun seems to be 100% as he competed last night on SmackDown in a triple threat tag team match against the LWO and the Street Profits on SmackDown. So great to hear that Braun is 100% and that Braun is back to normal as far as competing on a regular basis. Now we move to an interesting main event, an interesting announcement for a potential main event of WrestleMania 40. As the potential main event for WrestleMania 40 was rumored to be announced within an interview with Gimme Sport and WrestleVotes, or within a conversation with Gimme Sport and WrestleVotes, as WrestleVotes insinuated that there's a possibility that one match being spoken about for a potential main event of WrestleMania 40 is the rematch between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. Which, if this does mean that Roman Reigns could in fact be WWE Champion for the better part of the next year, or until next year's WrestleMania, honestly, that would be a little insane. To be honest with you, that Roman Reigns would hold a title for that long, but also, I mean, I think it's like they said in the Cultaholic video, that the Cultaholic news video that I watched. How do you keep Cody Rhodes interesting? How do you keep Cody Rhodes on the side of the babyfaces between now and WrestleMania 40 if that's your intention? And also, does this mean that they're gonna allow for a little laxing of the brand exclusivity during WrestleMania season again, because the idea of Cody Rhodes winning a second Royal Rumble to get his opportunity to fight Roman Reigns would be a little, ludicrous in my opinion, unless maybe you go the route of Seth Rollins and you have Cody win Money in the Bank. But again, having Cody win Money in the Bank would be a little redundant, and that might not be something that people want to see, because I don't know how many people want to see Cody Rhodes get another opportunity in that way. But also, I think there's a lot of people that would like to see. I think there's a lot of people that would like to see someone win the title and end up going back for the world title, as opposed to what Theory did last year. Even though it worked out well for him, I think people would love to see the Money in the Bank go back to how it used to be, where the briefcase holder would get an opportunity at the World Championship and not an opportunity at any championship. But that's just my opinion. I also think that, the folks that win money, like, I think people's opinion of Money in the Bank would also factor in the idea that they would love to see people actually, I don't know, whomever wins the women's Money in the Bank actually hold the title for more than a day or more than a couple hours and actually cash in at a later date like they do with the men's, and not have it be how they've done it every year, where they just have the women cash it in on the same night. So hopefully, but that's something we'll talk about. That is something we'll talk about down the road, as Money in the Bank is still a few months away. But we jump to Trinity Fatu and Impact Wrestling, as last night at Spring Slugfest, it was either at Spring Slug. I don't know that it was at Spring Slugfest and it wasn't at the television tapings. That Trinity Fatu, actually, I do believe it was at the television tapings, according to what I've heard. That Trinity Fatu made her Impact Wrestling debut, and Trinity wasn't the only one, as Trinity was joined in the ring by Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace. As she was joined in the ring by Trinity Fatu and Trinity Fatu. Deonna Purrazzo, the world champion of Impact Wrestling. And and Mercedes Money was seen in the audience at the Impact Wrestling tapings. So this could see something happening in the not too distant future with Mercedes helping her best friend Trinity and having Mercedes appear for Impact. I think I would have to agree with the idea that Impact Wrestling's women's division is among the top women's divisions in North America, and that's a credit to Scott D'Amore and Impact Wrestling for the women's division or the Knockouts division that they have crafted. Either way, though, that is it for the news in this video, and I will see you in the next one.